Hello and welcome to another anime lore and theory video. I'm Shergok, your host, and today we are going to take a closer look at Clementine. Who she is, what her motives are, and who gave her the arc of her life and beyond. But before we're going to take a closer look at any of this, let me quickly thank my Patreons for supporting this channel, as well as say thanks to all users of the YouTube thanks function for making one-time donations. And with that said, let's get to the topic at hand. Clementine, aka the Tomboy traitor, aka the disappointing child, aka Discount Lupus Regina Beta, is one of the most, let's call it, memorable characters in Overlord. So let's go over here. Now first, a brief description of her more superficial traits. She's in her early 20s, has blonde hair, a delicate face, a bob cut, very light armor, and a personality close to that of Lupus Regina Beta, without reaching her subtlety. Originally a member of the Black Scripture, the strongest elite unit of the Theocracy of Slain, Clementine betrayed her nation and joined the undead cult of Zurnon in the fortress city of Iwantel. And there she and Khajiit, a necromancer also from Slain, wanted to create a huge zombie army, so that Khajiit could become an elder lich, and Clementine could flee, because her former nation, the Theocracy, was hunting her down with another elite unit, the Clearwater Scripture. And centerpiece of this ritual would be Inferior Baliar, somebody who can use any item, and therefore can also wear the item that the Miku priestesses, living arcane conduits, used to channel mana and spells, are wearing. And that's also why Clementine eliminated, in a rather unsightly manner, the Swords of Darkness, the adventurer group Einsolgon traveled with. And Clementine eliminating adventurers is also the reason her armor is light, to put it lightly. But there are actually three reasons for it, and number one is that her real gear, the armor and weapons she normally used to wear in her time in the Black Scripture, is protected by a literal demigod, who possesses the strongest skill of Einsolgon. The goal of all life is death, and the strongest skill of Sheltir Bloodfallen, Ein Harrier. So even though Clementine has many mental issues, she's not that deranged to try her luck with Zeshi. And the second one is that her armor is made up of the dog tags of adventurers, defeated adventurers. Meaning she shows off to everybody that she had defeated dozens of high-ranking and hundreds of low to mid-ranking adventurers in battle, which is a rather intimate way to intimidate people, but I also wonder how effective this scared tactic was, when she only had defeated like 3 guys. Well, I guess the enemies would be stunned for a different reason. And the third reason for why she wears tags is not search engine optimization, but the fact that Clementine is also a huge sadist who actually gets off on the suffering of others and on inflicting pain and seeing them scared and horrified. It's an erotic act for her, essentially. And she does all of this with a wide grin. She truly enjoys herself in these situations. But again, in contrast to Lupus Regina, she has issues hiding not only her body, but also her mental state. And fun fact, she's also voiced by Aoi Yuki, who did a really good job at bringing Clementine's many mental issues to the forefront. And it's also hinted by herself, also by Clementine, that she has a tragic past, and that her parents always loved her brilliant brother more than her, and that her brother did the same things to her that Jinna did to Jinwoo in Solo Leveling Abridged. But since it was just her own rambling that gave us these infos, nothing is truly confirmed, because she is a very unreliable narrator, to say the absolute least. And in her fights, she used a range of weapons, alongside magic like Charm Person that she had imbued into one of her stillets. But most infamous are her huge speed, agility, her reflexes, and the ability to block strikes from a greatsword mid-air, a greatsword wielded by Einsolgon, with a technique called Fortress. And of course for her magically charged stillets, which, just like Jinwoo in sister leveling, have high penetration power. But unlike in solo leveling, Clementine even managed to enter the back of Iron Soul Gon's skull, despite his best efforts to prevent it. But if I think closely about it, I mean, it's solo leveling abridged and... So not only is she fast, but her aim can keep up with the superhuman physique of Iron Soul Gon, a level 100 Overlord. And at least in terms of agility, she had actually managed to outmaneuver him, while he restrained himself. And she's also able to further boost her strength by using Stride of Wind, ability boost, and greater ability boost, in exchange for increasing her fatigue quite severely. And her stillets also contain the lightning and the fireball spell, so if a deep wound or her outfit isn't going to finish you off, the lightning or the explosion tearing your body apart from the inside out would usually end you. And combined with the high speed and great reflexes, and her ability to score critical hits and aim for weak points, this makes Clementine extremely deadly. And in a similar light armor, none of the elite of the entire kingdom of Rhys Ties would win against her, though with proper armor and Clementine remaining deprived of her gear, both Gazev Stronov and Azud Ainra would win, and later Brain Anglos would also be able to cut her in two. And level-wise she's in her 30s, which is so rare in the world of Overlord that only 1 in a million will achieve this power. And it is also known as the Realm of Heroes, and compared to the average soldier, who is level 2 or 3, she is overpowered in every aspect. Though she was never the strongest in the Black Scripture, and even in her own family, her older brother overshadowed her in any aspect. And Quayes seemed to be the complete opposite of Clementine, well-tempered, well-mannered, dressed, and overall a very polite and enjoyable person, though again, Clementine claims that he had also a dark side. And finally Clementine met her end at the hands and arms of Iron Soul Gon, because while she was able to hit him, and while she was able to damage the armor of a level 100 magic caster that was created by Greater Create Item, she could not get past Iron Soul Gon's high-tier physical nullification ability, meaning the damage she did to Ainz was 0. And since Clementine had just eliminated the Swords of Darkness, an adventurer Team Ainz began to like, the Overlord made his free hugs as long-lasting as possible. You know that feeling if you hug somebody and then the other person hugs you back even tighter? Yeah, me neither. But Clementine experienced this for the rest of her very short life, and was turned from a Clementine into orange juice because of the squeeze. And fun fact, Clementine actually might have survived this ordeal, simply because her body and that of Khajiit, which were presented by Iron Soul Gon to the guild and the city authorities to show off just how much she had accomplished in this short amount of time, disappeared and remained gone for 14 volumes. And we don't know if Zurnon, the undead organization, had abducted the bodies in order to revive both of them, or make them into undead, or if Slayn has retaken the bodies of the traitors, so they could be probably tried, get a fair trial and then be hanged, just pro forma to establish the dominance and the infallibility of Slayn again. Or if the dog of the morgue was just a bit too horny for his own good and had to hide evidence after doing a Shinji. So what I'm trying to say is that she could return if the author remembers that her plot isn't finished yet in the last couple of books. And with that said, please check out my German channel, and if you don't want to listen to my voice or accent but are still interested in the things I have to say, I have made an AI channel narrated by almost a woman, where I use AI voiceovers for my videos, and the channels are all linked down in the video description. Also please check out my Patreon if you want to support me beyond just leaving a like or sub, and with that said I say thank you very much for watching, thanks to my patrons for supporting this channel, and special thanks to Ada Daddy Ada, ASK, Bad Girl Yee, Bad Burrito 316, Beezer, Ben C, Brandon S, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Din Pep, Dragonlord Placidus Saxophon, Duckwagon, Dunkler Krieger, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Feralchivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Lee K. Long, Legendarius, Le Louche Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Loverazor, Mervek, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, Oh Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pentum, Personage, Ruru, Primus 11, Rhinomere, Q&A Caracos P, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Sir Axolotl, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rocket Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, Xenokai, and Sonegon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon on my next video.